Is it? Look how bad they are.
Yours looks like a fake goddamn hand. That is not your real hand.
Mine
Just
look like
imagine you
little
lifted up, you're
penises.
holding a fake arm.
Yours look like they've been like cut off.
Mine look like little penises.
Yours, they do.
It looks so bad. Oh my gosh, dude.
Do the intro.
No, somebody else do the intro. Because you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the welcome to
Okay. You have plenty. You have plenty of intros.
Podcast. That's it.
Intromatic.
Episode 15.
Intromatic.
Episode 15.
Something like
Yes. Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
And there's a dog in the background.
that. Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Let's say that after I say there's a
Skeet
dog
skeet
in the
1 2. Skeet skeet 1 2.
background. Skeet check. Skeet check.
Skeeting 1 2.
Got him.
Got him.
I don't have any coffee this morning. I have a Red Bull.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
I'm cheating. You know why? Because your boy lost almost 10 pounds.
Good. Good for you.
Measured myself last night, and I'm like 9.5 pounds down. I didn't eat lunch
Hell yeah,
yesterday, but
Well, I weigh the heaviest
I
I've
haven't
ever
had a full
been.
meal in 19 days. But
I've been eating. Honestly, I'm really sick of salads though. Like really sick of salads, which is lazy, I guess, because there's a lot more I can be eating, but salads are just so easy.
Like I want to meal prep, but then when I like think about it and like want to go to the grocery store, I'm like, I don't want to eat the same thing 27 times a week.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I can deal with it, but it's just like, oh my gosh, man. So I figured the Red Bull might help me mix it up a little bit. A little present to myself.
Oh, okay. Sure.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
What?
Oh, okay. Sure.
No, I
oh,
don't know
is
what
that,
you meant by
is that how you give presents to yourself?
Oh, you're gonna gatekeep how you cheat on your diet.
It's fine.
There's a lot of gatekeeping going on. Like I got real triggered today because it was Disney Investors Day. I don't know why it was called that, but a lot of Disney, Marvel, and Lucasfilm stuff was announced, and they announced some pretty big stuff. So I was posting articles and stuff, and somebody posted more Star Wars in like the capitalized, uncapitalized, like sarcastic font, and then put like a picture of like beating a dead horse. And it triggered me really hard, and I was like, I mean,
to an extent though, I get it. Like
I get it.
Don't
but
oversaturate what like this thing that means so much to me.
Yeah,
I'm invested in it because there's a limited supply, and the demand is high because it's so good. But don't just, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And there was a lot of stuff announced.
They have to make their money.
I get it.
There's some. No, I'm kidding.
But it's about me.
About the fans,
make
man.
me stick something in me.
Okay, God, man, how many times have you done that on the podcast?
Somebody else
it's
gets
3
it.
episodes.
I'll never not say it. It will
Don't blame
always
me.
be funny.
But it was like, like I get it from a different standpoint, but this dude like never comments on anything ever. And then on top of it, his brother is barely on Facebook. So it's like they both come in and just like,
oh, his brother too. Okay, I thought you were like, and then his idiot brother who's on drugs.
No.
Like, just trying to hurt the guy personally.
No. Well,
so his brother
His
commented.
kid can't even read.
So his brother commented as well, I'm assuming.
I've been quick to irritation and said some stuff that I don't mean or that I don't
leaning more towards
that I shouldn't have said.
Towards that psychopath.
Yeah. And I've come to terms with, like everybody has their own opinion and everybody enjoys what they want to enjoy. Some people just like shitting on other people's enjoyments.
That's your kink, man. Kink shaming is your
Yeah,
kink.
don't kink shame me, dude. Jesus.
Unless King
Stick a
Shamir
lightsaber in me. No, I'm just kidding.
a lightsaber.
I felt weird saying it. So speaking of that, there was a bunch of stuff announced.
Twas.
And I'll just rattle off a couple of things, like big things for me at least. They announced a Mighty Ducks series with Emilio Estevez is coming back, and I think it's pretty dope. So
I'm sure it will be. I just whatever. I don't give a shit.
I mean,
about
the
Mighty
concept,
Ducks.
yeah. God damn.
What?
All right. Well, fucking next. Jesus Christ.
Mighty Ducks, bro. No, for real though. Like F the Mighty Ducks.
Okay, cool.
Hockey.
That's 100% though. Like hockey, get out of my face. Ice ball. No, thank you.
Ice ball. God. Will Smith has a National Geographic show coming out with the working title. It said working title called Welcome to Earth. And I think that title should stick because it's an Independence Day reference and it's hilarious.
It makes me think of After Earth. Was that terrible movie that he was in?
Gross.
Yeah.
That was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. Did you know that I knew that? Because I knew that.
Nope.
I was really hoping you were going to say it was going to be called Damn Nature, You Scared.
Wow. No, I'm not that clever. No, I didn't know you knew that because we had a conversation earlier.
Easy.
About so him, CY, and George were having a conversation about big words and stringing together big words that I don't understand.
I don't think that was the conversation, but
well, that's how I read it. It was about mitigating your brain or some shit like that, and that's all I kind of got out of it. And it was like, how does one truly mitigate the brain? And whatever. It
was just a stupid, pretentious conversation. It was just being dumb.
That's a word. And I was like, I am putting all of my energy to gain knowledge into the wrong area because I can't understand what y'all are saying, but I could play a game of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon in less than 2 minutes. And I feel like all of my energy is put into knowing dumb shit, I guess.
6 degrees of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of 7 bacon is what he meant to say.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. So
what the hell is that?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
That's real?
So there's this thing that Kevin Bacon has pretty much worked with everybody in the industry. So you take Kevin Bacon and then you take another actor and you connect them in less than 6 ways.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's not limited to just Kevin Bacon. You can say, I don't know, what was it?
The crazy thing about the game is you can do it with anybody.
Yeah. Well, you try and stump them with like off the wall connections, like
I can't think of one.
Like Russell Crowe and pile of shit. That's just 1 degree. There you go. There's your connection.
I think you're.
I couldn't play one round of that game.
Yes, you could.
I can't think of anyone else that's been in a movie with Kevin Bacon off the top of my head right now. I remember the Invisible Man when he did.
Hollow Man.
Was he Footloose?
Yes, he was Footloose.
That's about it. That's about all I got for Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is Footloose. But Achro said something about it's all application. It's how you use it, whatever. And I said, if I'm not the next Leonard Maltin, then I'm wasting my life. Mm-hmm. And he was like, nobody on earth who knows who the fuck that is. And I said, but I do. And he said, well, take back what I said about application. I said, see, I don't even know if that was a compliment or a dig, but I can tell you that the movie Face Off came out in 1997.
It was an insult for the record.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. And and when I said Mighty Ducks, and y'all were like, fuck, whatever. Yeah, cool.
Is Kevin Bacon in Face Off?
No.
Oh, I thought we were
You
talking
can be
about
like,
Kevin
all right, Kevin Bacon and Nicolas Cage, and then you have less. You have
Face
6
swap,
degrees or less. Face mash.
Yeah, face mash. It sounds like just rough kissing.
Yeah. So a couple of my big things that I was kind of stoked about, but then I thought about it again, and I was like, how do you even do that? Is they're coming out with a movie called Lightyear, where it's a Buzz Lightyear prequel / like origin story.
Do we need that?
I don't think so. I'm not. No, because like, what is a Buzz Lightyear prequel origin story? Like when he's plastic,
Baby
like
Buzz.
when he's just like a block of plastic.
Wait, in the movie, didn't he just like come out of the box?
Yeah, like he's a toy, but like I get it. Like what they're doing is
he's a toy.
How do I kick him out of the meeting?
Like, is the origin movie like him being made in the factory? Or
it's just 97 minutes of 97 minutes of him sitting in the box on a shelf in a toy store.
It's just a how it's made episode.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. And then the parts got down the delivery line.
And then he's Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. And he's being voiced by Chris Evans, who is Captain America.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah,
Chris Pine, I think I might like better, but Chris Evans is awesome. That's
an odd take. That's a hot take.
No,
that is a hot take.
Chris Pine would be a better Buzz Lightyear than Chris Evans.
He kind of looks more like him too.
Looks are everything.
Man, you should be a casting director. Shut the fuck up. But the big announcements all came from Marvel and Star Wars. Marvel, you have Falcon and Winter Soldier, you have Doctor Strange 2, you have the new Blade, which I don't know how. I wonder how Disney is going to. Well, Marvel is going to do that under the umbrella of Disney in terms of violence and all that stuff. But they're making they announced that they're doing Deadpool 3, which we mentioned in a past episode, that they're going to maintain an R rating. So I would expect them to do the same with Blade. But I'm pretty excited about that because I like the actor that's going to be Blade. You got Thor: Love and Thunder, which sounds like a porn parody or something. I don't know if I like that title.
Bigfoot.
Isn't Christian Bale in that one too?
He just got announced as the villain, actually.
Yeah.
Which I saw a video on TikTok about the villain he's going to be played, that he is playing. And he sounds like super dark and like darker than, just in terms of concept of than any other villain that I've heard of.
Christian Bale as a villain
ever?
What do you mean?
Like the darkest villain across the board, you're saying?
Across just Marvel, like because I haven't gotten really into the comics, and I don't know like how like conceptually.
You might want to give Carnage a look.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. He's like a serial killer, isn't he?
He's rough.
He's mean. He's very mean.
That makes me think of all the Spider-Man news where everybody from Spider-Man ever is coming back.
Yeah, they're doing a Spider-Verse 2, right?
Basically, but they're not calling it that. It's the live action Spider-Man, but they're doing the whole multiverse thing. Oh, Tom Holland, cool. Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire are rumored to come back.
Wait, I mean,
but they have
who's Spider-Man? Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a continuation of what they've been doing.
Yeah, but they're going to introduce the older past Spider-Man. I hope so.
Spider
dudes. Because
Spider Parker,
the original the original Doc Ock's coming back. Kirsten Dunst is coming back as Mary Jane.
I hate her. I don't like her. I don't like her.
As Mary Jane, or just an actress? Have you seen her in anything else?
Probably more Mary Jane, but I just don't like her. Who was the other chick that played Mary Jane? Because she was worse. I'd rather have Kristen Dunst. Not Kirsten. No, not Emma Stone. I love her.
She was Gwen Stacy.
Whatever. I don't know. There was another chick that played Peter Man's wife or girlfriend, and I didn't like her.
In the Tom Holland one?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're talking about Zendaya, but they don't specifically reference her as Mary Jane.
I thought she was Spider Girl. Who's the other Spider Girl?
Oh my god.
Anyways, I thought that was what they were leading up to.
So they're also Marvel has taken control over Fantastic Four, so maybe we'll get a good Fantastic Four movie.
I'm not into that.
Hopefully,
that's like the worst group of heroes. But don't skip over it. That's like the worst group of heroes is Fantastic Four, and until Spider-Man shows up with the brown bag on his head for some reason.
Brown bag? What the hell are you talking about?
You haven't seen that? It was a comic. It was like a Fantastic Four comic, and for some reason, Spider-Man was there, and he was wearing like a brown bag over his head. I don't remember why.
That's odd.
It was like he wasn't. You weren't supposed to know it was Spider. Like they didn't know it was Spider-Man, or I don't know. It was something weird.
Was he wearing the suit but just the trash bag?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. It's very self-aware.
No, not a trash bag, a brown bag.
Or a brown bag. Sorry, whatever. The most interesting one to me that's coming out is a series called What If, and it basically takes the Marvel universe and kind of switches a bunch of things around. So there's an overarching plot that this thing called the Watcher is like changing things in the Marvel universe. So like, what if Peggy Carter was Captain America instead of Steve Rogers?
Who the hell's Peggy Carter?
His wife, his girlfriend.
Steve Rogers, Captain America. Peggy. Okay. Why do they have different last names? I guess it doesn't matter. It's a comic book.
She existed before she was married to him.
Or what if Yondu, which is the blue guy with the mohawk in Guardians of the Galaxy, what if he found T'Challa instead of Peter Quill, and Black Panther, the guy that's Black Panther, became Star-Lord instead?
Okay. What if
my aunt had
balls?
Strange?
She'd be my uncle.
What if what? That reminds me of that video where that lady goes, if it had ham in it, it would be closer to a British carbonara. And he goes, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But maybe they'll do one where what if Peter Parker didn't get bit by the spider, and then it's just his normal life.
It's
all
just
the way through.
It's just
He just lives a normal,
like a sitcom.
That would suck.
What if Doctor Strange was a villain? Something like that.
He is.
It sounds pretty interesting. But it's animated, so I think I don't know. It'll be pretty interesting.
What if the Hulk's fuel was sadness instead of anger?
Man, that's good.
Okay, can Marvel stop though? Like,
what do you mean?
Stop? Why are they doing?
He just watches Homeward Bound, and then at the end, he's just huge.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't be a raging Hulk then. He'd just be like a lump of sadness, right?
Yeah.
So there'd
always hunched over.
There'd be no point in the transformation.
It's this huge green guy crying in a corner.
Somebody just tell him a sad story, be like, no, please no.
You're going to think I'm weird when I'm sad.
You're going to think I'm weird when I'm sad.
What if Thor was the god of grass instead of thunder? Just makes people's yards grow high. So
I'm trying to think. Yeah,
commit crimes because they're always having to do yard work. They're like, man, I really want to go kill people, but my grass won't stop growing.
The god of grass.
On the side of Lucasfilm, I'm only going to mention one just because everything is kind of all over the place. But there's a series coming out called Star Wars Visions, and it's an anime series. So they're getting the top Japanese anime studios or whatever to do a Star Wars series, which I think which it's already kind of been done on YouTube, but it hasn't been fleshed out into an actual thing. And I think I'm most excited about that one just because it's so different than, anything that they're doing right now with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But other than that, they announced the date for the last Indiana Jones movie coming out in 2022 with Harrison Ford.
Why?
My question exactly.
The last.
Yeah, well, I think Harrison Ford is kind of until Harrison Ford dies, they're not going to make one. They're not going to do it. But once he dies, they're going to probably reboot it or something. Another Indiana Jones.
Oh, gotcha.
Just because he's this stubborn old crotchety dude that's like, there's not another one. I'm the only one.
Is Shia LaBeouf going to be in it?
I mean, let's hope so.
Not that they're in pre-production, so I'm not 100%. There hasn't been any rumors circulating about who else is going to be in it. But I thought it would be, it'd be kind of funny to come up with like the subtitle of it, like Indiana Jones and the whatever, to come up with the last one.
The Spire of yep.
Indiana Jones and the Abuse of the Dead Horse. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is old and crotchety.
Indiana Jones and
Indiana Jones and his funeral.
Wow.
Indiana Jones and the 4 o'clock supper.
Indiana Jones and the last Ben Gay.
The last Ben Gay.
Indiana Jones and the Murder, She Wrote marathon. Indiana Jones and the plastic covered couch.
Indiana Jones and the 6:30 bedtime. Indiana Jones. Mapping out his pills for the week.
God.
Indiana Jones
Those are good.
and crossing the street.
Mm.
His greatest battle yet.
Indiana Jones and the telemarketing scam.
Oh, God.
Indiana Jones and the last sponge bath.
Oh, gross.
That's pretty good.
Those are good. That turned
Indiana
out
Jones,
Jones
and the what? What?
Indiana Jones and the high fiber diet.
Nice.
Fiber diet.
And these are good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to copyright some of this.
I'll give respect to Harrison Ford though.
Yeah. That dude's a OG.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull Part 2.
Yikes. Yikes.
That's the worst one. God, that would be the one to make a part 2 out of. Good Lord. Have y'all played Achro hadn't played Cyberpunk, have you?
Nope.
How you liking it, Jay?
I'm loving it, man. I got a little bit more in last
You're playing
night.
too?
Hell yeah, man. I got a Let's Play up on the second channel.
Dude. I'm gonna have to stop.
Come on, man.
I feel like I'm almost done with Assassin's Creed. It's just so long. It's
Just
so
mainline
long.
it.
I don't want to. I'm so invested. Without ruining the story, I hope it takes a turn because it doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed. It feels like a Viking game.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, but to me,
are you talking about in terms of like the animus type stuff, like
no, I'm
the
talking about the Brotherhood, like the assassin,
okay.
like the whole the Brotherhood.
Yeah,
and it's like that aspect is missing so far. So I don't know. I did see that on, I think it was Cyberpunk. Somebody was like streaming it on Twitch and creating his character and adjusting the penis size.
Yeah, you can go circumcised, uncircumcised. You can adjust the size.
Why?
You can just look like a Ken doll down there.
Well, the clip was pretty funny. It was him picking the size. He said, "Okay, this is large and this is small. That's small." And it was like a normal sized penis. And he was like, "That's what I have to compete with. That's small."
And what's funny about all of that is that they spent so much time with like you being able to customize all that, but didn't figure out how to. There's a bug where your dick clips through your pants, like in the game, like where it kind of glitches through your pants, and you're just out swinging while you're chopping stuff with a katana.
I thought you were gonna say they implemented it into the game, but didn't come up with a way to use it.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they did that.
Pretty sure you're using that thing.
I'm pretty sure you fucking in Cyberpunk.
So, like, the larger your penis, like, is it more encounters that you have in the game?
It's like your character's just in general more confident and content.
Okay.
You get a cool stat boost. Your cool perk ability is boosted a little bit.
Yeah, that's what people ask me. Like, you good, man? I'm always good, dude. Got that confidence, you know?
I got that thing on me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm content, dude. I could be living outside. I'm content.
You're just so proud of it. They actually have like clothing item, like inventory items that like just there's a hole.
Oh God!
It just shows. You walked up and you're like, "Hey, your dick is out, man."
I almost
Cyberpunk, but our dicks are out.
I almost asked what year the game takes place in, but then I remember the title.
Well, nobody refers to it as Cyberpunk 2077, but I yeah.
I don't think we'll all have giant penises in 57 years, though. We might.
So
you say you hope so?
I will.
Nope, I didn't say that.
Hope so, man. I hope so.
I hope they come up with something.
Please, God.
Please, God, you got it in a damn video game.
That's funny.
But this game has become like the benchmark in how good I want my PC to be because
Apparently,
I thought I had a good PC.
Yeah.
No.
Why? People's looks way better than yours?
But also I'm trying to like most other games I can run at ultra with no problem. Even when I'm not streaming, I run it on ultra and it's bad. It's bad. Well, it's like the ray tracing on. Like ray tracing eats up your.
Turn it off.
Well, I did.
The 20 series is first gen.
But I want to use it.
Poop.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta wait until. Expectations are too high.
Maybe
for the 20 series, because it was the first. It was the first of a generation. If anybody could get the 30 series, we'd be good.
What are you laughing at?
He's just a dickhead.
Why?
I don't know.
Sometimes you just gotta be real, you know? Don't be fake with me. Be real. But so apparently it's crashing people's PlayStations.
Yeah, here on console it's poop.
PS5s?
No, PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's because I played when I played Last of Us 2, it sounded like SpaceX was taking off, trying to keep up with it. Even Last of Us, because I mean it's still pretty graphically demanding, but when you put Cyberpunk on it, I can only imagine.
So I should get Cyberpunk on the computer, not console.
I would.
Yeah, it's weird. I couldn't get the new Final Fantasy VII remake to work on my Game Boy Color either. Get a new fucking console.
Rude. I am gonna get one. Fucking tell me.
You think?
Fucking.
You think that's funny? Think I'm trying to get Final Fantasy VII on a Game Boy Color?
No.
Is that what you think this is?
I mean, I'm gonna get it on PC. Chill the frick out, dude. Calm down.
I'm not even talking to y'all.
Yeah, you are. You talked right at me. I felt it.
He felt personally attacked.
There was this little twinkle in your eye that said, F you, Achro. I saw it.
You trying to run Final Fantasy VII Remake on a Game Boy Color? Bitch.
Like this dumbest insult.
Eat a dick, man. Shoot.
Yeah. Oh,
the joke is that people are trying to play a new gen game on an old console.
I get it.
That's the joke.
But I thought it was meant to run on PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
I mean, maybe.
I think that was the last of their priorities, though.
Yeah, I know. I get that for sure. I would say if you did PS4, PlayStation 5, if it was me, get a new console. But people are broke, I guess. But I
ain't been broken a minute.
I saw a clip where it looked like a 32-bit game or something on somebody's PlayStation.
Really?
I mean, we got a 50 gig patch on day one. Like what? Like
that's nuts.
I don't think they got anything.
Do you think I can play both at the same time? Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you take in content. Like, yes, you could, but I mean, if you like to tunnel vision in on the game you're playing, then just wait. I do because there's a shit ton to do. I've barely gotten started, and there's already a shit ton to do.
I just don't want to miss. I don't want to see anything about the game and get all kinds of like spoilers and crap on.
Yeah. I was streaming it, and you were like, you hopped right out. You're like, I can't be here.
I can't freaking be here.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question: is finishing Assassin's Creed worth it enough to just hold off?
I'm already 55 hours in, dude. I gotta finish it.
I've quit shit later.
Yeah, I'm already very, very invested, and I feel like I'm halfway. Which is not good.
Halfway?
I've done a lot of side quests.
God.
You gotta live that side quest life.
I do.
Completionist. Yeah.
I always complete.
I feel that. Oh, same. Sometimes a little too soon, though.
Yeah. Man, I got done way too early.
It was so short.
Next.
Yeah.
Speaking of
things, I thought about this topic, but then I remember hearing Achro saying he was too poor to have cable TV.
Excuse me? Absolutely, the word poor has never come out of my mouth referring to myself.
Unless he's talking
I've always
about
had it like
winner.
that.
Let me pull up my bank account on screen real quick.
I'm talking about when you were younger. This is when you were younger.
Okay. Wait.
Jesus.
When did I never
Did you have
cable?
Nickelodeon as a child?
Yeah.
I don't.
I always had cable.
Maybe I was wrong.
We always we weren't poor. We got by. We just didn't have.
I didn't mean to offend.
I'm just.
I just thought of remembering you say something about it. Like
I remembered you saying that's why you used to watch Street Sharks and all those other shows because you didn't have Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered you saying we didn't all have Nickelodeon or something like that.
No, I definitely had. Nickelodeon was a basic channel.
It wasn't. No. It was cable.
But we always had cable.
It's always been cable.
Yeah. Do y'all remember the game shows?
Like I ain't watched Nickelodeon. Get the hell out of here. I had a kind of wicked ass childhood you think I had.
From day one.
Nickelodeon wasn't my favorite, but I had it. It was a
What's your favorite Nickelodeon show?
Man, I don't know if I watched a lot of Rugrats because my sister wanted to watch it. It wasn't my favorite.
I was all about some Rugrats.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Rugrats.
Rugrats and Doug, man.
Doug, yeah.
Which, I went back and watched that episode of Doug within the last couple of years. It's the most boring fucking show of all time.
Weird,
is it really?
There's nothing going on in Doug.
It's weird how many shows suck as an are just. How did my parents sit there with me in the living room and not kick me in the back of the head for having to watch Doug?
Just knock you out so they can change the channel.
Yeah.
Rugrats holds up. Rugrats I could still watch.
You specifically remember Rugrats plots, right? Like of an episode, right? I don't remember a single plot about Doug.
There's a couple things I still quote from Doug, like when he had the imagination that he was Waffle Stomper, that tough guy movie character.
God, I always knew Quail Man, but
Quail
but when
Man.
you hear me do the ouch, you burned me. That's what I'm quoting. That's his tough guy line.
Oh, okay.
I remember some random shit like that, but there's very
Waffle
few specific
Stomper.
episodes where I know the plot.
Wasn't Fairly Odd Parents Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network. No, wait, it wasn't it?
That was Nickelodeon, yeah.
That was a later. That was
hey,
late
did your po ass never had Nickelodeon? Shut up.
The original All That was solid.
Yes, that was
Rocko's Modern Life.
That's better than SNL now.
All that was killer, man.
Yeah.
Wait, Keenan was on that too.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the Keenan and Kill one, right?
Yeah, and then they had their own show.
Kill,
which I love.
Get a toaster, an octopus, your auntie, and meet me in back. Right? Isn't that show? That was the intro.
Sounds something like that.
They'd come out on stage.
Oh, like the dialogue. Okay, yeah.
In the beginning of the show, he'd be like,
or the monologue.
Grab this and this, and meet. Wasn't that show? All that.
Yeah. Where Keenan was the French guy in the bathtub.
Yeah. He'd wear the coat.
Bag and Sag and Berry.
What was that? I don't remember that one.
He had like the giant baggy pants, and he would just pull whatever was needed out of them.
I remember Repairman.
I was just about to say Repairman.
And then I remember
man. Was it?
Yeah. He had an echo. But then I remember there was like a game show segment where somebody, I forget what the character's name was, but he always goes, Jupinger. That's all he says.
I don't remember that.
And I don't know if he was saying Juniper or Jupiter, but I always remember Kel. It was Kel, and he played. I mean, it was kind of I guess you would consider it kind of offensive now. Just, I don't know. You think he was challenged or something?
I didn't like the Amanda show. I hated that show.
You didn't like that?
I liked it because I had a crush on her. I don't remember if the show was good or not. But
man, she's going through it now. I think she's a little better, but yeah, it's she had a rough go of it for a minute.
Twas not good.
Yeah. But I always loved watching all the game shows. Like American, it was all of them were almost like American Gladiator for children, where you had the different obstacle courses to go through.
Oh, like Legends of the Hidden Temple and Guts.
That was the number one. Then they had Global Guts, and they had all the kids around. Yeah, and then they had Double Dare and all that.
Mm-hmm. Now all I can think is American Gladiator for children is just kids up against the gladiators trying to win that competition.
What a show that would be!
They would never win ever.
Like they're running through the gauntlet with the bags.
Yeah,
where they're running through the tunnel, and one gladiator just
flying.
They're like they're throwing dodgeballs at them from up high, knocking them out.
Or they have the obstacle course where they have the different weapon stations where they have to shoot, where the gladiators are pelting them with tennis balls.
One kid's walking off his nose is bleeding.
Yeah. So I always thought watching them, it was like, I could do that. But for some reason, there were some obstacles that were like, what the hell are you doing? Especially in Legends of the Hidden Temple, there was a part of the last little temple run through where it was called the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Mm-hmm. And it was 3 pieces. It was the base, the midsection, and then the head, which had this long stake on it to where you just drove it through the entire thing.
I remember that, yeah.
But nobody could do it. And I've watched a YouTube video that was 15 minutes long of different highlights. And nobody could figure it out. They were trying to put the base down and then drive the head through it and then they would mix match the stack of it. But then I think the toughest part, which makes sense, was that you had to face it outwards, the edifice of it, the statue had to face the audience. Mm-hmm. And none of them could get the pieces to turn right. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there as a 6-year-old screaming what are you doing? The head goes on after, and then they they would have throughout the show. Can you remember all of the team names?
No.
So you had
Daredevils.
No, you had the red parrots. You had the red parrots, the green monkeys, the silver snakes. No, wait, it was purple parrots, silver snakes, green monkeys.
No, it was your bull. It has to be your bull.
No, they were to you. They were probably all the gray parrots, the gray snakes, the gray monkeys.
That's stupid.
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay.
but they had to go through all of these different segments of the show to gain like life medals. And then when they would go through the temple run, they would get trapped by the temple guards. And when the temple guards would catch you, they would take half of one of your life medals. So however many built up throughout the show.
But I kicked
and that was always, yeah, probably you. You'd probably throw hands with one just out of instinct because they would scare you. They would like pop out of one of the rooms and all the, I just remember all the kids were like, and they would take one of their life medals and go, here. And I always remember like
temple dude in the nuts. He ain't taking nothing.
True. But then Olmec, the big stone face guy, would disqualify you. And then once like the temple guard stole like all of the light or all of your life medals, then the other person would have to go in and basically pick up where you left off. But depending on how far you'd make it, you'd have to go all the way through and then all the way back just to win some kind of fucking water wiggle or some shit at the end of the show. Wiggle. All the prizes were ass. They'd always win like a board game or like like a tub of slime or like a year supply of like Kit Kats or something.
Teddy, tell them what they're gonna win.
Yeah,
you win 1 can of blue Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Chutes and ladders, Billy.
The one prize I always remember were so there were shoes called British Knights back in like the 80s and 90s, I think. But
I think it was like
when
the 60s, but yeah,
they had, I don't think so. I remember they were called British Knights because Danny McBride makes fun of forget Daryl from The Office. He was like, you've got British Knights on. I haven't seen those since fucking 82. And I think he like shoots him or something. But they came out with a shoe called BK Ratchets. And it was basically
I remember that.
It was basically like a high top with a rollerblade ratchet strap across it. And I always thought they looked so cool. And my mom would never buy me a pair of BK Ratchets. And
you would look
I'm
like
still kind of bitter to this day. Yeah. Hey man, those were the jam back in the day, man.
And I blame that for a lot of my trust issues.
I don't know why this just came to mind, but speaking of shoes, I remember in like 3rd or 4th grade, the first pair of like slip-on tennis shoes came out. I don't know if you guys remember that, but they were like no laces. They were like the slip-on tennis shoes.
Were they like cross trainer style, like Nike style?
Yeah, they were Nikes. And I got a pair in like 4th grade. They were blue, and I thought I was the coolest mother effer in school because of those shoes, dude. Oh my gosh!
But kids were just walking around like, that dude don't know how to tie his shoes.
They didn't have laces.
I didn't need to know.
Ratchets. They were slip-ons.
Hey man, I'm gonna look up a picture of them and send it because I remember them looking cool. But
now your shoes are looking cool.
I think Guts was the one that I always thought I would do really well in, but then realizing like later in life that I didn't have the athletic ability to. I didn't have the guts to do it.
I would send him emails and I'd be like, "Hey, can I please get in them guts? Please let me in those guts."
I used to think I'd be good at American Ninja Warrior, and then I see how much those people train, and it's intense. It's too much.
Oh, here it is. BK Ratch Tech.
Basic athleticism is not enough.
No, not at all. There's so much grip strength training you have to do.
Well,
grip strength and endurance.
My grip was for a long time. It was good because I worked in construction for 4 years, and that'll make your forearms and your grip pretty strong. Now I can barely hold a glass of milk.
You got that gorilla grip.
Not anymore. I mean, it's still sloppy wet, but
oh.
Yeah, I had pretty good grip strength for a while. It's funny how you lose those things.
I'll send you this picture. You can show it on screen.
I won't.
But that's what the BK do it. That's what BK Ratch Techs look like.
I'm just gonna put up like a picture of Gary Busey or something.
That was the number one prize that I always wanted, and I was like, I would go on that game show just to have one of those.
I get it. They never did.
I mean, back in the 90s, you probably would have thought they were sick. Like they would have been fiending at the shoe conventions for them.
Not JGigs.
Not me. Not me. I didn't think they were cool.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't comply with what you call cool.
I'm not some fucking BK ratchet sheep.
What is he? Yeah, does he look like a sheep to you? Wake up, idiot.
JGigs was rocking the jellies. I don't need your fucking BK ratchets.
I was trying to get me them light up shoes, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was 7, the Power Ranger light up shoes, get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Did you pick a certain ranger or did you have all of them on there?
Red Ranger.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Nice.
Do you feel stupid? Because you should.
Yeah. Every fucking time. Do you feel stupid? Golly.
Have you seen those TikToks where it's a setting like this and his friends hanging out and someone makes a mistake and the friends give him a hard time for it? And he's like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. And then he goes into the bedroom and like beats his pillow to death.
I kind of think of it's similarly to like that one you sent where or it's like after your mom beats your ass and you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna kill myself. You're like silent screaming.
I haven't
and like only inhaling.
I haven't seen that. For some reason I was thinking like I don't know, like you're sitting there after you're whooping, you're like, come back in here. I bet you won't come back in here.
Yeah. And then you pack your backpack like you're going somewhere. Yeah. And like I packed like a Power Ranger and then like maybe a little golden book or something, one of those. And then maybe
book. Yeah, what's that? I'll just say
so
that.
Like they're
just make stuff up.
They were the small, like really thin cardboard books that had like 6 pages,
like really thin pancakes.
Yeah, and then they had that shiny gold binding on them.
I don't know.
And they were called little golden books.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I didn't learn to read till I was like 13, so I don't know what that is.
And then like one of them compound like board wood like puzzles that had like 6 pieces and with little, like handles on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pack one of those and I'd say, I'm fucking out of here. Don't come and find me. But I wouldn't go anywhere.
Fucking out here.
Yeah.
Don't come out here.
Don't come out here. We're doing it.
We're out here. Don't. So I stumbled upon an article recently that had the have y'all heard of 2-sentence horror stories? Have y'all seen?
Until today.
Not really.
Yeah, not officially until I'm sure it's come up, but
no. How does that mean? Officially, I haven't heard of it. Like underground, probably.
Well, I'm sure I've heard of it at some point, but it's not anything I committed to mememory. You know what I mean?
They're pretty. Some of them are pretty clever. Some of them are stupid, but I think some. Get your poor ass Arthur watching self out of here.
I hated Arthur, dude. I watched Arthur because I hated it. And I think Arthur I watched it just to like rage at Arthur. I was like, I hate this show. Oh,
it's kind of how you are now.
We need the meme of you with the balled up fist, the Arthur meme.
Yeah.
Me when I watch Arthur.
Dude, I always felt bad for the big kid. His name, I know his name was Binky.
Bungie? Oh.
No, his name was Binky.
I don't know where I got Bungie from.
Bungie, yes. His name was. Yeah, Bungie. He was Snort's brother.
Stupid name.
Bungie and Snort.
With their cousin Kim Cam.
Oh my god. Bungie and Snort. That's so stupid.
The only I felt sorry for him because he kind of reminded me of myself. Like everybody picked on him because he was like the big kid. He had an underbite and his ears were little.
No one picked on you for having an underbite.
God damn.
We didn't know each other until high school.
Okay, well, say what you will.
say what you will about your childhood that I wasn't a part of, but fuck you.
Oh.
Anyway, some of these
right pops out when I laugh real hard.
I thought you'd passed out on the table for a second when you.
I almost had Ribble out the sniffer.
So I think the shorter they are, I'm sorry,
harder they fall.
The shorter the 2-sentence horror stories are, I know they're only 2 sentences long, but they still have more words in them. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Like one-sentence horror stories?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just compound sentence horror stories.
Right. I'm going to read y'all a couple examples, and I want to see if we can come up with a couple on our own.
I got one right now.
All right. Shut up and wait for when I read them.
Yes, sir. So
I'm going to save I think is the best one for last. So I'll start here. I think I have 5. Nighttime swimming is one of the benefits of working at the public pool. But one night after everyone left, I was wading in the deep end and felt a hand grab my ankle. Okay.
Is that the best one? Was that the last?
That was
on the nose.
Yeah. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream, but as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open.
It's pretty good. I don't like that they use the word rotting. It's weird. Especially in that context. I've never heard that. I don't like it.
Scary? Is it too scary?
Yeah.
You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too."
Ugh, I don't like that one.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. This is a short one. Pretty clever too. My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister. Next. I think this one, I don't know if this might make my psychopath score jump a little bit, but
the next one got me hard.
Wait, I thought got you good, but then I realized what you were actually saying. After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child. I didn't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and a stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Yeah, that one was my favorite.
Yeah, I bet it was, you sicko.
Yeah. So I want to see if we can come up with a couple on our own.
Well, I came up with a dumb one. Now I feel stupid.
Well, I come up with dumb ones too.
I heard the doorbell ring as I was standing at the counter and turned around. Her name was Karen. Dun, dun, dun.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, I got one. Let me see. I'm gonna read it word for word so I don't fuck it up.
This man typed it all out and stuff.
Well, I came up with it right before we got into the call. The doctor asked me to bend over and that I'd only feel a little bit of pressure as I glanced at the dental degree mounted on his wall.
Got him.
Gigs, you got one?
No. I woke up. We're just gonna start talking and see what happens.
Okay.
I woke up at 2:30 a.m. and sneezed real hard. And from under the bed, someone said, "Hey, shut the fuck up." I live alone.
I live alone.
That's a good one. Hey, shut the fuck up. Not even bless you. Just some passive aggressive asshole. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Just so you good?
I got one more. It's not as, I don't think it's as good. I got a text after our date saying, "Hey, Matt, thanks for the wonderful night. My name's Daniel."
Wait, say that again?
I got a text after our date saying, "Hey, Matt, thanks for a wonderful night. My name's Daniel."
Did she text the wrong person or did she forget his name?
I guess you could take it as both. Like she saw somebody after you or something. Or
that hurts.
That she just forgot your name.
That hurts a little bit. Okay. I feel
like my Uber driver was really weird through most of the trip. So when I pulled my phone up to leave a review, I had a text message.
Nice. Okay.
From and it said, "Hey, I have to cancel your Uber tonight. Sorry."
Just fucking tell a story. Just tell a whole story.
Just 2 super long ass sentences. Just comments.
Just keep going.
And also,
and when I had an Uber driver,
I had an Uber driver, and we were going to the store, and also then he was kind of creepy, and I got a text message.
That's good. I'm gonna read a couple more just to make up for.
No, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one on the spot right now.
Okay, do one.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be real good. You guys listen close, okay?
Okay.
I lie in bed, awake, hardly able to sleep since I was awake, and I felt a chill run down my spine. I glanced over, and my dead dog was in the room.
I thought you were gonna go. I was lying in bed awake, and I felt a chill run down my spine. I don't have a spine.
The pizza man looked over my shoulder and said, "Hey, that's a cute kid." And I said, "I don't have a kid."
Yeah.
I actually have a pizza one. The pizza man looked over my shoulder as he entered me.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Horror story.
The pizza guy looked over my shoulder and said, "Wow, that's a cute kid." And I thought, how did he get out of the basement?
I need to make a Google Doc that's just 2-sentence pizza guy horror stories.
The pizza man handed me the pizza and said, "Enjoy your pizza," but I didn't order a pizza.
The pizza man arrived at the door and said that I'll pay $14.99. I don't have any money.
I left a review on the Domino's website and said, "Hey, the pizza guy was real nice," and they said, "The pizza guy's dead."
That specific pizza guy is dead.
We don't even make pizza.
We don't even make pizza.
Yeah, we've been closed for 20 years, but we still answer our reviews.
This was a good idea. This is not terrible content at all.
Enjoy it, fuckers.
I was in the bathroom. I took a really long poop, and then when I went to grab the toilet paper and wipe, the pizza man stepped out of the shower and said, "You're out of toilet paper."
I thought you were going to say it was like 1-ply or something. Because that's a horror story.
It's too real. I couldn't bear it.
It hit too close to home.
Yeah.
Hit too close to home.
Screaming down the hall, "Honey! Hey, I'm out!" Texting, "Bring me toilet paper, please."
Oh, I do that all the time. And I take 4 rolls of toilet paper and open the door and just throw them.
Why?
And then close the door. Because it's funny.
like a brand new bag of you just rip open the top and you.
Actually, no. I have them in their little pack, and I open the door, and I'll take them, and I'll just toss them in there.
You could like preemptively hide in the shower for a couple hours and
Dude, we've had this conversation. I'm not that good at hide and seek.
She's like, "Hey, I need toilet paper."
The cops caught the burglar as he was running away, and he told them that my dog scared him off. I don't have a dog.
Okay, we're done with the horror stories. Stop it.
I don't
have a dog. My son's just really ugly.
Yikes.
I got a letter in the mail saying that I owe money on a Blockbuster rental. They closed 30 years ago.
All right, I'm out. See you guys later. Next episode.
I was going to log on and play Warzone.
How do I exit
There's
this
a
call?
470 gig update.
But that's real, so.
Yeah.
True 2-sentence horror stories.
2-sentence observations.
2-second horror stories.
2-second horror. You just got to say it really fast. After struggling desperately to move any part of the parallel.
There's a ghost.
It just says boo.
Mm. I was wandering through the woods, but then there he was. I'm now trapped in spread.
I am currently being trapped in spread.
Okay, well.
That's all I got.
Gaped by Bigfoot.
Oh.
The sequel.
That's the sequel.
Backdoor Bigfoot.
Backdoor Bigfoot. The Reckoning.
That sounds like someone's Xbox 360.
But it's WRECKONING.
Yeah.
What's your gamer tag? Backdoor Bigfoot?
That is pretty good.
That is good.
That is good. This is.
That's a good one.
All right, well. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 15.
Just don't even put the song. Just through the last clip. It's down,
We don't even need an outro.
That's scat game though.
Cheese Money Podcast. Bye-bye. That was a terrible way.